Hi, welcome to another Corona workout. This is workout number 5 for week 3. So for some of you, if you're doing one workout a day, this should be your Friday. Yahoo! I hope you have some celebratory things coming up. If it's not Friday, if it's like your Monday, whatever, celebrate too because we're all quarantined. So do what you got to do. So today's kind of a hodgepodge of things. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up just to kind of get our heart rate up a little bit, our muscles warmed up a little, and then we'll do some leg activities. We're going to do 2 different leg exercises, and then we'll end with some core and some ab work. So kind of our standard workout protocol coming at you today. So to start, we're going to do 3 rounds of this activity instead of 4. Yahoo! We're going to start with 30 high knees, and when I say 30 high knees, I just mean in my head I'm going to count to 30 and then be done with it. And then we're going to do 10 deadlifts, so I'm just going to quickly, these ones I'm actually going to kind of do for speed, so it's really just to get the body warmed up more than anything. And then we're going to do 5 really large arm circles just to get everything nice and loose and warm. So again, it's a warm-up, so you don't have to like kill yourself on it. It's meant to get that body nice and warmed up. I want our legs especially nice and warmed up since we're going to do 2 leg activities right in a row. So let's just jump in with our 30 high knees. I like to kind of put my hands at, I guess that's like waist height, give or take, and then just jump for it. Count to 30 in your head. That's fine. If these don't feel good to you, do jumping jacks, quick squats, lunges. I don't care. Anything to get that heart rate up a little bit. Okay. 20. And there's 30. So for our RDLs, I am going to just pick up some quick weights. I like something in my hand with my RDLs. I'm going to get myself in position and then pull with the hamstring and butt. Notice I'm kind of doing these ones a little bit quicker than I usually would. It's a warm-up. And 10. Just want to get things loose. Some arm circles. Do 5 each direction actually. So 5 forward, 5 back. Okay. Alright. We'll do that 2 more times. Get everything loosened up and ready to go. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Good with that. Again, you don't have to use weights for your RDLs if you don't want to. Just getting a good stretch in. I'm sore from my own personal leg day. Big surprise. I'm always sore from leg days. I love leg exercises. Squats and deadlifts are my happy place. Spend a lot of time sore. All right, so our arm circles. I like to take some big deep breaths on this one. Woo. Back is also sore. Any given day, like, I'm sore. Can't remember the last time I haven't been sore for something. So, it's good pain. Good workout pain. I feel like half of you are like, this chick is a masochist. What a weirdo. Likes to sit there with muscle soreness every day. Told you before, I'm not a duck. Definitely a masochist though. You were right on that one. There's 30. RDLs. Ooh, really loosen everything up. Ah, yes. So, actually record several of these workouts at the same time, which you probably already figured out since I released them all at the same time. So by the second or third or fourth of these workouts in a day, my endorphins are pumping, you guys. Woo! You need to ask me for money or like to come stay at my apartment because I live alone and you hate your roommates or your family right now, ask me after I've recorded like 2 or 3 of these. My answer will be yes. I'm in a great mood. All right, we're done with our warm-up. Hopefully your heart rate's a little bit elevated. Things are feeling loosey-goosey. Your joints are a little warmed up. We're gonna go ahead and move into our first leg exercise. A little bit different than what we've done before. We're gonna do what we call squat pulses. So you're gonna get down into your squat position, down into your squat position, and then we're gonna come up like a quarter of the way and then go right back down, up, down, up, down. So it should feel like you're pulsing, right? Yeah. It doesn't look the best, but what you should feel is that your bottom and your quads are tense or contracted, sorry, I can think of the word, the entire time. So there's 18, 19, and hopefully 20. So what that does is, I've talked about a lot, time under tension, is you need your muscles with time under tension, contracted. That's what gives them strength, that's what gives them size, it's what gives them that really great definition that everybody likes to call tone. Tone's not a thing, it's definition, strength, and size. So that's what we're getting with our squat pulses, and it's a really great body one without weight. If you have weights, you can throw your weights in your hand, it's really great. So that's the first part of our superset. We're gonna do 4 rounds, of course. The second one, this is a little bit of a balance one as well. Earlier in the week, you saw me with those single leg RDLs. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try and get this one together. So our lateral leg lifts, you're gonna stand on one leg and then the other leg is gonna go laterally out, okay? So 2 options. One, you can just open, tap, like so. It does help with some of the balance issues. We're gonna do 10 on each side, that was 5. If you can just keep the leg off, you actually get an extra workout on this one. There's 8, 9, and then 10. I'll talk about some of the other specifics. We want this, our down leg, as always, a bend of the knee, never lock, so just a slight bend, and then that leg's gonna stay put. This leg, we want it as straight as you can humanly get it, and preferably, you wanna flex those toes, so we don't need pointed toes, we actually want our foot like it's a flat bottom. You don't have to stress yourself about that one. And then you should feel your squeeze right here, right? So it's like the outside of your hip and leg area are squeezing on the outside of that bottom, okay? Just 8, 9, and 10. And as you can see, I like my hands on my hips just to provide some stabilization on those. If you're having a really hard time staying balanced, you can just set your hands like on a table or anything like sturdy, a chair, something like that. But just make sure your hand is just placed there. Make sure you're not putting weight there. It's just barely touching. You don't want to take the weight, any of your body weight with you when you're holding on to something. I'll show you in our next round, you can actually put a weight. I'll show you how you can add some weight if you're ready for that as well. I don't need my weights right now. Oh, I'll show you the weights with the squat pulses. So here I'll just put the weights here if you want a little added challenge. And then, here we go. So down in that squat position and then pop up quarter of the way and down. There's 3, 4. So these go quickly, but again, your quads and butt should feel contracted the whole time. So if you're not feeling the contraction anymore, you're coming up too high. As I always say, check yourself out in the mirror on these ones. This is where it should start burning. There was 20. Should start feeling the burn on this one. I'm gonna drop one of my weights. I guess I could do 2, maybe the next round. So, gonna leave 1. You're just gonna like lay it on this outside leg. Get your balance in that down one. And then now, just holding the weight with your hand so it stays on your leg, you can open and close leg, lift that leg. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here's 10. So if you're gonna put the weight on your leg, the thing that's really important, just like if you need to brace yourself onto a table or a chair or something like that for balance, if you hold the weight like this, your arm's holding the weight. There's no weight going into your leg. If you want the weight on your leg, you gotta just kind of hold it in place and make sure that that arm or that hand isn't taking any of the weight away from what's on your leg. And trust me, you'll know. You'll feel it. Here's 9, and here's 10. The lateral leg lifts, there's some flexibility involved as well. If you're more flexible, you'll be able to get that leg higher. That's great. If you're less flexible, it may not go as high. That's okay too. The main thing, get the leg as high as you can. You want to feel the squeeze here. So if you don't feel the squeeze here, you're not high enough. So keep that in mind. If you're not happy with how high you can get your leg, you're welcome to do some stretches to gain some flexibility. I definitely don't do enough stretching in any part of my life. I used to be so flexible. You don't use your flexibility, you lose it, folks. So keep that in mind. Just 2, 3. This is already round number 3. So exciting! 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And as always, make adjustments as you go. I'm gonna try 2 weights here. I don't know if I can hold them. We'll see. There we go. These are ones you gotta get your balance before you start doing the work, right? 6, hold that core in. You can get an extra core squeeze. I know that's what you're all hoping and waiting for. There's 10. Oh, we didn't do that, right? There you go. Deep breath. My left side is always the harder side, which I don't get. There's 10. Because I'm left-handed, I would think this is my stronger side, but it's not my balancing side. Whatever. There's so many things. Whatever. It's okay. All right, that was round 3. We have 1 more of these. How exciting, right? Our next one is actually gonna mix kind of these 2 together. We're gonna hit a squat with a leg lift all together. Probably do that one without weights. It has a lot of moving parts, so I'll turn this way. Why not? We haven't turned this way yet today. Has a lot of moving parts, so I'll probably do it without the weights. There's 15 of these, 5 more. Last one, woo-hoo! I'll hold my weights, that worked well. All right, last set of leg lifts. So get your balance on that one leg. As you probably noticed, I like to pick up the off leg and find my balance before I start lifting. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. See, it's okay if you lose your balance. Give a little toe tap. Get right in it. The work is at the top of the squeeze anyway. The balance is just an added bonus. There's 5, 6, 7, woo, 8, 9, last one, 10. Beautiful. So I'm going to set these down. I won't use them for the next one. You know the drill. Pause if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to jump right into our next superset. We're just powering through this one. Our next one is also going to be 4 rounds. What we're going to do, as I said, is we're going to go into a squat, and then we're going to pop up. And as we come up, we're going to lift one leg out into that lateral leg lift. So that's why we did our lateral leg lifts first, so we can get used to them. Then you're going to dip back down into a squat. You're going to come up and lift the other one. So I'm going to show you 1 or 2 just as a sample, and then we'll start our 10 per side. So we'll be doing 20 squats total. So you're going to come down into your squat, and then as you come up, start moving in the position the opposite way with the opposite leg. So you're going to move your body out this way while this leg comes up. Then you're going to come down into a squat and then move the other way to get the leg up, like so. Okay? So the leg lift should look exactly the same as the leg lifts we just did, and we know how to do our squat position, hopefully. At this point, you want to get all the way down, get that butt out and down, right? And keeping knees, getting down to a 90-degree angle, keeping your knees behind the fronts of your shoes. Okay, so these ones I'm going to do fairly quickly. These are kind of our faster paced leg activities, so I'm going to do it a little bit more quickly. If I'm going too fast for you, slow down, no big deal. You just want to make sure that you get 10 leg lifts per side, so you'll end up doing 20 squats in the middle. Doesn't matter which side you start with, whatever feels comfortable. Ready? I like hands in the front for balance. If you feel ready for weights, you can pick up weights. I'm fine with that. Here we go. So down, and then squeeze up, down, squeeze up. Make sure you still get that really good squeeze at the top. There's 2 each side. Here's 3 each side. 4. I'm gonna count these ones. No one wants to do extra. There's 5. 6. There's 7. 3 more on each side. Here we go. Good squeezes. 8. There's 9. Here's 10. Woo! And then we're done. So as always, don't sit. Don't completely stop moving. Get yourself moving around. Get a sip of water. Wipe the sweat. You already know I'm sweating. Just gonna live with it. And then we'll do that 3 more times. Sort of fun, right? I think the main thing when we get tired is our squats don't go as low. We start doing this. So make sure you're getting that backside all the way as far down and close to the ground as you can. We want to really keep our good form whether or not we're tired. So that might be the point where you need to take a breath in between reps, move slower than I'm moving. Form trumps everything. Form is more important than all the other things, more important than speed, weight, all those things. So focus on your form, get the form right. Yeah? Okay. You guys know I like to alternate. So this time I'm gonna kick left leg out first, which means I'm gonna lean to the right first after my first squat. You ready? Here we go. Squat and then out. All right, here's 5 on each leg. We have 5 more. Notice my upper body staying nice and still, putting all the work on the legs. There's 9, last one on each side. Woo! Woo! All right, walk it around, give it a little shake. You should start feeling it right here. Woo! As I've said before, these will sneak attack you with a high heart rate because you're using from here down. It's a lot of muscles to move. 2 more of these. Then we're gonna finish up with some ab work, and then we're done. Are these getting any easier for you? Yes, no, maybe? Do you hate me more and more every day? Probably yes. It's okay. You'll love me when you finally get out of this quarantine. You put on real clothes, and you're like, oh, hey, buddy. Hey, shoulders, or tank top shoulders, right? Just remember too, people notice changes on you way faster than you'll notice them on yourself. So give it some time. I don't know what number that was. That sounds like 10. Sound like? Feels like? That's good. My heart rate feels like it's 10. Really reliable source. But really, promise if you stay committed, you'll see changes in 12 weeks. Other people will see them in 4. You will see them for 12. Fight the good fight. Look at the coach at halftime. Fight the good fight. You've got this, team. We're down by 40, it's fine. It's the 3rd grade teacher in me. Here we go, set 4. I'm gonna kick this leg out first. We're almost done for these, so if you're dying, yahoo, you're almost done dying. Here we go. Here's 5, halfway there. That good form. I just did a really terrible squat. I felt it. We need to slow down a little bit. Getting excited. Last one on each side. Woo. All right. Give those a little slap out. We're done with leg activities. You know the drill. Pause if you need to, water if you need to. I'm gonna jump into our core work. So we're going to do a variation on a plank. I apologize in advance for these. They really work, which means they're very challenging. We're gonna get into our plank position. As you recall, we have 2 plank positions on your forearms or all the way up in like the start of a push-up position. Either of those is fine. What you're gonna do in that position is we're gonna stay like that, and then we're gonna bring our knee to our elbow. So you're gonna pull that knee forward on each side. We're only gonna do 8 total. So you're gonna pull each knee 4 times, and we are gonna alternate. And then right after we do those knee to elbow planks, we're just gonna static hold, nice and still for 15 seconds. And that will be 1 round, and we'll do that 4 times, okay? I am gonna show you the knee to elbow really quickly before we get started. So keep taking your breath if you need it. So we're gonna get into our plank position, right? Butt out of the air, belly button pulled to lower back, nice straight body. And then you're gonna pull that knee like so. And then pull that knee, okay? So this is 1, this would be 2, and that would be 3. So we're gonna count each side as 1, and we're gonna do 8 total. Just like tons of our exercise, you want your head in that neutral position, which means it's just lined up for your spine. Don't let it drop all the way down. You don't need to look to the heavens. Maybe you do, but try not to. So we'll do 8 of those, and then after the 8th one, just hold it for 15 seconds. Okay? Ready? Here we go. So I'm gonna get into my squat position, or squat, plank position. Nice, straight body, and then pull. Here's 1, 2, 3, nice and slow and controlled. When you move too fast with these, your butt instinctively goes into the air. Now we're gonna hold here for 15 seconds. 10 more seconds. 5, hold tight, push that weight through your heels if you need to. 2, 1, and put your knees down. That was set number 1. Not too bad, right? I feel like I say that all the time. Not too bad, right? As you may or may not be dying on the other end of the screen. Either way, we're gonna do 3 more of those. Make modifications if you need to. If I'm going too fast, slow down. If you need to put your feet down in the knee to elbow plank or even in the static plank, put them down. Really hold yourself to go 1, 2, pop your knees back up. You'd be surprised what recovery your muscles can make in those 2 seconds. If you give yourself more time, you're gonna sit there for the 15 seconds with your knees down, so that's the other part too. But fight through it, especially that last 15-second hold. I know that plank minutes and plank seconds are really long, but it is only 15 seconds. So really try to just fight through it to make it through that 15 seconds. I understand with the knee to elbow planks, you gotta do what you gotta do. But my challenge would be to fight through the 15-second static hold at the end. Okay, round 2. So, get yourself nice and straight. I like to look back to make sure my butt's not in the air. I'm gonna start with my left side this time. So pull that knee. There's 2. There's 4. There's 6. Try to avoid the bobbing. If you're going too fast, your body's gonna start going like that. There's 7. We wanna avoid that. There's 8. Hold for 15. Find your happy place. Get that 15-second hold in. Let my head droop. I apologize. Head is up now. And then 3 more seconds. And you're done with that one. 2 more, and then we're done. That's exciting. This is open up that chest. Get a good stretch in those abs. Scamper for water. Don't underestimate the power of hydration. lot of times a quick sip of water will get you through another set or two. So don't be afraid to do that. All right, set number 3. Here we go. I'm gonna get myself in position, give myself a look. Here we go. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8, and hold it. Think about ice cream and puppies. All the things you love. Baby animals in general are really cute. I like to think of those. Look at, we're already done. You probably didn't even get to think of your happy face. If you're ready for more of a challenge, this one would be great because then I would tell you to do 8 knee to elbow planks per side as opposed to 8 total. Or you can stick to the 8 total and maybe make that plank 30 seconds or 45 or a minute. Those are really great ways to modify this particular exercise. This one has a world of possibilities. I try to do that with all the exercises, things that you can really modify and make your own. And if there's something you really like in any of these, go back and keep doing it. You know, if you like planks and you're gonna do planks, go do the planks. You don't need me to tell you to do it, right? Ready to go? It's our last one, right? It's our last one. How exciting. All right. Position. Here we go. Here's 7, and here's 8, and hold. I like to take nice deep breaths here too. Calm yourself. Cry on the inside. But you don't need to, because you're done! Woohoo! Thank you for joining me for yet another Corona workout. Again, this was workout 5 for this week, so I hope you've done all of these workouts. I hope it's your Friday, and I hope you're going to have a fabulous weekend. If not, have it anyway. And we'll see you for another set of Corona workouts.